Hello, all, and welcome to another after work late night beer review. Like I said, going to be accelerating the process a little bit as November and December goes along in anticipation of dry January, which will probably be an extended dry January. I'm going to be focusing on other projects at the time. Not going to be quitting reviews completely come February, but I am going to be cutting it back by a good deal. Let me go and see here. Let's move that down. For some reason, yeah, much better now. Or not. So what is it that we were reviewing? Something I haven't reviewed in quite some time. This is, of course, Sierra Nevada's Celebration Fresh Hop IPA. Now, I was at Times and I saw this, and it was not there a few days ago, so I know it has to be fresh. And lo and beholden, when I go and look at the packaging date, 9/30/24. Now, brothers and sisters, it is 11/12/24. So this is incredibly fresh. And as you know, there is nothing better than a fresh IPA. And I felt I had to review this, even though I'm exhausted. In fact, I'm going to dub this review, I'm exhausted, because person called out at work. We're usually supposed to have like a team of 4 people on my shift. That's what we're slotted for. We have 2 people. One of them calls out. That leaves one person, me, to cover everything for that shift. So I'm pretty darn exhausted. But even so, I wanted to review this beer pretty darn badly. Because, like I said, nothing better than a fresh IPA. Of course, this is the epitome of New World style. 6.8 ABV. I don't believe the recipe ever changes all that much, but I'm probably going to put this in the review as 2024. Just a lovely, lovely West Coast style IPA that I think I overpoured. Yeah, 3 fingers worth ahead. I did overpour it. That's okay, because there's still plenty of carbonation. Lovely, lovely carbonation there. With a off-white head. Thick, fluffy. There we go. Redolent of pine needles. Grapefruit. Almost a minty floralness. Citrus zest. But again, really dominated by that pine needle aspect. Underneath that, bready malts. Yeah. Let's just go straight to the palate now. If I can get through this head. Still having trouble getting through the head. Oh yeah. Just that classic West Coast style, biting bitterness that emerges in the midst and continues on into the long, long finish. Very resiny, like bitterness, like, chewing on pine sap. Up front, a nice sweetness balances that oncoming intensity of hoppiness. There's a thick body there without being oily or overly chewy. Yeah, the malting is almost treacle-like, but at the same time, because of the intensity of the hopping, no cloyingness whatsoever. It's just perfect balance. Mm. This is just an absolutely lovely beer. It is very easily obtainable within the United States. Basically, like I said, I went to my local grocery store and it was there. It's kind of funny. Times doesn't get very many good beers, but whoever their distributor, they seem to get it earlier than a lot, than a lot more of the beer-focused bottle shops, which is something I always find very funny. I mean, it's like not sure how they get it on their shelves a week or two before places that focus on beer do, but somehow they do. They also tend to run out kind of quickly too. I don't think they're allocated all that much, or they don't, purchase all that much, which is unsurprising to me. That they're just a grocery store. They're not really known for their liquor selection. Um, they're really more known for their Asian foods, Asian kind of stuff. So what liquor they do have is usually Japanese. They do have a fairly decent sake and shochu selection. Nothing to really write home about, but I would say better than every other grocery store. But yeah, back to Celebration. It's been a couple years since I had this. I'm kind of glad that I took so much time off of traditional IPAs that they are again appealing to me. So definitely give this one a shot. I mean, it's not an expensive beer. This was only like $12 for a sixer from a grocery store in Hawaii. It's probably about 11, $10, on the mainland. It's well worth it. And that, folks, is your beer review for this late night. Cheers.